Hello, so my name is Dharmik, and this is my video presentation for driver's presentation for my design and portfolio class 3. In this uh, assignment, I was tasked to implement one of my classmates' mechanic, and in this for this project, I implemented shadow entity mechanic. Credit goes to Xavier. So in this one, and this mechanic, if I give you the brief overview, basically there will be an entity in the map which will predict every single movement that player makes. So here, like the redhead entity is the shadow entity, and like if, whatever the movement I make, it will do the same movement. So like if I'm trying to go down, but since I got a wall in front of me, but still the character is predicting every single movement that I make. So if I go like left or right, it will do the same. It will not make any direct damage to player, but it will be like a stop point when player wanted to reach in certain like at the win location. So like you have to calculate every single move and try to stop the like try to break the link of the entity uh, on the path. So by that you can able to reach your target. Uh, Also, to like this is a level which looks makes it work cohesively. So as you can see here, there is a layer, the entity itself, but there is this like as you can see, there is a way to smart out anyway. And so to make this mechanic work, uh, basically I did some trial and error, and out of that I found this way to make it work, and also like make it move the direction, because like the core mechanic of Xavier was not making like not facing directions in which the entity was moving. So for that, like I created a child of my like I created a like, basically copy of my player entity, and then changed some colors and all stuff. And then what I did was I removed the original code from the player itself, the original code. And then for first thing that I did in the entity player is I went into the function, like player movement function, and here I add a simple code in order to like move my character to. So this is a like this is like code which is also making my character move. Sorry, my bad. This character is actually making my this code is actually making my shadow entity face that particular direction where he is going. And if I go to my shadow entity from here, like it is doing all the other rotation and all stuff, like all the movings and all happening here. uh, so this main thing like of using here, as you can see, like I used a move to tile, which is again a function from entity, and for my spike also I used the same function. So like it was clashing at one point, because in this one I also added the interaction message over here, but like so every single time if I was interacting with something, player was making some move, the shadow entity was making some move. So to remove that clash out, what I did is I removed the whole of my spike system from here and shifted it to like spike mechanic. So for that, what I did, I created a event dispatcher into my entity player. um, as you can see, this is the dispatch move, this is dispatcher, and I add dispatcher after every single movement I make. And for the interaction, again, it was I add some basic interaction available and all stuff, interaction check for interaction, so that player does not make unwanted, like spike does not get uh, activate and deactivate while player is not actually interacting with some of the object. So by doing that, it was like very clear for me to do it within my player. within my spike tile. So earlier I was doing this whole calculation into my normal tile, but then I took it to my spike tile. So I instead of using a move tile function, instead of using move tile event, I added the event tick, and from there I was checking for player, and then again I'm dispatching the event, and here I was making the spike activation system. This was my classic system, and there was one small bug with my original spike activation, that if player is already on the spike tile and spike gets activated, player will not get any damage, which in this one I fixed. So for this, as you can see, I added two different uh, branch. Like I had a single branch, and then in this I'm checking for like spike activation, and if player is on the spike at the time of activation, if both of them is true, like player will get some damage. So this was my take on shadow entity and rhythmic spike activation. Thank you.